good evening, everyone. So, kumusta po lahat? Well, anyway, I have questions bago tayo magsimula. So, thank you so much for that, TL Jess. So, ang topic ko ngayon is how to engage. Ang nakatoka sa akin is that how to engage your audience. Okay, in virtual meetings. So, first of all, I would like to challenge everyone na okay lang po na mag-open kayo ng camera. Okay? So, okay lang. Pag ayaw mag-open, okay, walang problema. Not a problem. Okay, now I have a question. So, not only a question, but I have questions. Well, before I speak about how are you going to engage your audience, because that is very important talaga. How will you know, or paano, kasi yung purpose natin dito is, kailangan nakikinig yung audience natin. Kailangan kuha natin yung attention nila. Kailangan parang ma-do away natin sila sa pag-iisip ng ibang bagay. Bakit? Bakit natin siya gagawin? Okay, meron muna akong tanong. Tanong number 1. Kapag i-rate nyo yung confidence nyo in public speaking, 10 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. Ano ang rate ng confidence ninyo in public speaking? Okay? Type 10 if you believe that you have that enough confidence to talk sa public. So please type 10. Okay? Type 10 kapag 10. Yes, 10 yung lowest. 10. 1 yung lowest. Sige. Gusto kong magbasa kasi gusto ko gising na gising kayo. Bakit? Importante ito eh. Kasi ito yung magdadala sa atin paano maging effective. Isa ito sa magdadala sa atin paano maging effective and efficient yung pagsasalita natin. Okay. Sige. 10.5. May 10.5. May 8, 10, 8, 7, 6. Okay, 10, 5, 5, 8. Okay, that's good. Yung iba walang sagot. Andyan ba kayo? Yung mga walang sagot, andyan ba kayo? If you will not hear this part, okay, mga part namin kanina ay okay, ma-miss nyo talaga. Well, anyway, sige lang. Pag may na-miss, by the way, naka-live pala ito sa YouTube channel ko, itong part ko. So, itong part ko lang, how to engage. So, JM and Teacher Effie and JM. Okay, now, question number 2. Thank you so much, TL Rodrigo, for opening your cam. I just would like to see the audience, okay? Because I want to see the visual, the gestures of my audience. All right. Question number 2. Sinong gustong yumaman? Type 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 lang, 14, 15. 16, 17. Oh, sige. Hanggang mag-grow yan. Okay. 37 tayo lahat dito. So, I'm expecting na 24 yung makita ko mamaya. I mean, 37 yung makita ko mamaya na gustong yumaman. Now, kung gusto mong yumaman, dapat meron kang gawin. Hindi pwedeng gusto ko yumaman tapos nakaupo ka lang dyan. Ayaw mo magsalita. No. Ngayon, ayaw mo magsalita kasi takot ka. That's normal. Kaya andito ako ngayon to share. Sabihin nyo, ikaw teacher, ikaw Effie, hindi ka takot? I'm telling you, hindi. Kung takot ako, bakit ako maging event host? So that's my purpose here, to help, okay, to give you some tips based from my personal experience and of course, based from yung mga expert na talaga sa public speaking. So kinumbine lang lahat. Okay. So well, anyway, thank you so much sa mga gustong yumaman. Okay, number 3 question. Number 3 question. Last question na ito bago ako magsimula. Are you going to promise me to listen up to the end of this presentation? Type 1. Dami mong tanong, Teacher Effie. Teacher Effie, ang daming tanong. Sorry nasanay ako sa mga estudyante ko. Okay, anyway. Alright, thank you so much. Okay, so, well, anyway, medyo madismaya ako kasi nagpaganda ako para tingnan nyo ako. Okay, nagpaganda talaga ako para titingnan ako ng, parang hindi kayo magsawa na tingnan ako. So, well, anyway, so without further ado, let's start my presentation. So, here, I would like to share about how are you going to engage your audience? Kailangan talaga may connection ka sa audience mo, may connect. Anong purpose sa pagsasalita mo kapag wala kang connection? You have to make yourself a magnet. Okay. Pero paano yun namin yan gagawin? Takot kaming magsalita. So, ito, meron ako ibang tips. Sana nga lang makatulong talaga. Okay. So, andito tayo. Okay. So, here, so we have here how to engage your audience in virtual meetings. TL, Jess, naka-record ito, TL Jessie, no?
Yes po, TL, recorded.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bakit nakikita ko yung mga natatabunan ng, okay, yan. Okay, so how to engage your audience in virtual meetings. So virtual meetings yung ginagawa ko dito, yung nilagay ko dito kasi yun ang pinaka-purpose natin. Okay, virtual meetings, of course, you are going to use online. You're going to use your laptop. You're going to use your cell phone. Ito yung ginagawa natin, online, virtual meetings. So, actually, yung isi-share ko sa inyo is may konting halong general. Kasi, of course, there is always a tendency for us na lalabas tayo at chichika tayo sa mga tao sa labas. So, kasali na din po dyan yung gagawin natin. So, in general, of course, ma-virtual man or ma-actual, ito po yung tips na ibibigay ko sa inyo. Pero unang-una sa lahat, ano ito? Ano itong virtual meeting? So, we are going to talk about public speaking. Ma-actual man yan or ma-virtual man yan, public speaking yan. Ito, public speaking ito, kahit virtual ito. Public speaking because I am standing here, I am standing here in front of you or sitting here in front of you and I am talking to the group of people. That is public speaking. Okay, now during this session, what are we going to do? We are going to define public speaking, address some of the fears people have about speaking in public. Yes, i-address natin yan mamaya. May tanong ako mamaya, ano talaga yung common fears ninyo? Bakit kayo takot? Okay, tingnan natin kung tama yung mga fears ninyo dito sa i-represent ko. Okay, and then I identify some tips for more effective presentation and how to engage our audience in virtual meetings. So, ang daming tips, no? Pero i-general natin, ano yung applicable sa gagawin natin na presentation. Okay. So now, let's know about public speaking. So from Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary, the active process of making speeches in public. So if you are going to do it in front of many people, actual, that is public speaking. If you are going to do it like this is public speaking because I am here facing you all. Okay, 37 people including, okay, 36 people. That's public speaking. And then the art, share. Okay, the art of effective oral communication with an audience. Ayaw naman natin sigurong isipin, no, na nagsasalita ka lang, pero yung kausap mo, tumitingin sa langit, tumitingala, dumadaan sa yung pala, may dumadaan kung actual tayo, kung virtual naman tayo, paano natin ma-monitor yung audience natin pag sirado yung camera? O sige, irespeto natin yan, pero better sana if you are participants, we have to open our camera. Pero hindi na natin yan ipilit. Pero yun talaga yung ideal. Because that is one way to like monitor your audience. And then, kung personal naman, they're holding their cell phones. Normal yun. Sabihin ganun, nagte-text, ganun. Okay, so maging milyonaryo ako. Kinakausap ka, maging milyonaryo ako, pero, okay, hello. So, of course, that is really something na bigyan natin ng attention na as much as possible, i-engage natin yung audience natin. Okay? So now, again, what is public speaking in general? Public speaking is a process of speaking to a group of people in a structured and deliberate manner to inform, to influence, to entertain the listeners. So to inform, of course, that is what we're going to, ayan ang palagi nating ginagawa. We are giving information about the opportunity that we have now or we are in now, and then to influence or to persuade, okay? To persuade or persuasive speech. Alright, and then to entertain. Hindi naman to entertain na sasayawan mo. O pwede, ako, sinasayawan ko yung mga estudyante ko. Pero of course, to entertain in a manner na you can tell story, you are entertaining. Tama yung sinabi kanina ni TL Ferdy at ni TL Jessie na to entertain, you are going to give or tell a story. And sometimes you can tell a joke. And then, of course, now public speaking in everyday use. Sinasabi niya takot sa public speaking. Okay. Pero alam nyo, palagi tayong engage in public speaking. Yung lumalabas tayo, kinakausap natin yung mga tao, uy, kumusta na si ano? So ano nang balita sa kanya? Uy, kumusta ka na ngayon? Group of people, public speaking. Kumusta na kayo? Uy, kumusta na kayo dyan? That's public speaking. Okay? So in everyday use, we have it in workplace, persuading others to adopt your ideas, reporting out to your department, educating your co-workers, private life, PTA meeting. So ito yung mga sample kung saan natin ginagamit yung public speaking, toasting the new bride and groom, and etc. Okay? So, now, but what if you fear speaking? Okay, ngayon, sa gustong sumagot ng tanong na ito, ano usually yung naging problema ninyo? Kung kayo ay takot, okay, kung kayo ay takot magsalita in public, ano yung pinakaunang reason ninyo? Please, pakitype lang po, i-short lang. Pakitype lang po, ano yung kinatatakutan ninyo? Bakit takot magsalita in public? I'm waiting for your answers. Sige, magbasa, hindi ko naman babasahin lahat, pero pwede kong mabalikan ito later. So ano yung mga, okay. No self-confidence. Ano pa? Kulang sa confidence. Okay. Yes. Make mistake. Yes. Don't know the topic to discuss. Okay. Kapag hindi ka master sa topic na i-discuss mo, no knowledge. Okay. Relation dito sa baka magkamali. Ayan, baka magkamali. Okay. Alam ko, common yung mga sagot ninyo. Common yung mga sagot natin. That's true. That's correct. So what if? Marami tayong what if. Kasi nga, anong tawag natin, hindi tayo makapagsalita kasi ang dami nating what if. Pinangunahan tayo ng what if natin. What if magkamali ako? What if hindi, what if ma-mispronounce ko yung words? What if hindi ko madiretso? What if hindi mag-cooperate yung gadget ko? What if? Pinangunahan tayo ng fear natin. Di ba? Negative siya. So once negative na, paano ka pa mapapush forward or further kapag nilamon na tayo ng fear natin, ng what if natin? Okay. So, public speaking among many fears. So maraming fears. May takot sa ahas. Okay. So, alam nyo, top 1. Okay, top 1 yung ang fear nyo sa snakes. Okay. So, top 2 ang public speaking. Takot magsalita. Okay. Ahas at public speaking, takot ka. So, yung iba, heights, darkness, claustrophobia, spiders, insect, needles, and shots, deep water, flying, death. O tingnan nyo ang layo ng death kumpara sa public speaking. Diba? So top 1 yung top 1 yung snake, top 2 yung public speaking. Okay. So glossophobia, the fear of public speaking. So baka sasabihin niyo, uy, may glossophobia ako. Public speaking is considered the greatest fear a person can have, even greater than the fear of death. Sometimes, yes, may mga tinatanong, mas takot sila mag-public speak kaysa death. Okay? Parang it's too impossible, pero yes, at some point, it's true. Okay, now, here, so common fears of public speaking, tama, being judged harshly. Insecurities exposed, yung insecurities mo ma-expose, takot ka baka, yung insecurity ko na baka meron akong feelers. Ano yung feelers? Okay, sometimes kasi you are aware of your insecurities and then takot kang ma-expose yun. So ayaw mo na lang magsalita. O, diba? And then, perfectionism. Dahil sa perfectionist ka, tuloy, hindi ka makapagsalita. Kasi, what if hindi ko ma-perfect? Dapat perfect. O, tingnan mo tuloy, hindi ka makapresent. Or, of course, makapresent ka pero full of fear. And then, rejection anxiety. Ayaw, yung anxious ka, mapakinggan ka kaya or hindi? You doubt yourself. And then, failure. Okay, so ang daming facial expression na magawa ng mukha mo. Okay, dahil sa fear, humiliation, o yan yung wala tayong confidence. Takot tayong matawanan, takot tayong, uy, ano ba yan siya? Takot tayo niyan. Alright, so, well, anyway, 74% of people suffer from speech anxiety. So that's according to American National Institute of Mental Health. So dami, no? Grabe. Okay, so but don't worry. Everyone gets nervous. It's completely natural. Pag hindi ka na manervyos, hindi ka matakot, I mean, of course kasi simula mo pa lang, hindi ka matakot. Also, okay, Parang hindi. So normal lang. So you have to accept that. Na okay lang matakot. Okay, that's perfectly normal. Sanali lang po, i-check ko lang kung wait lang po. I-check ko lang kung nag-go po yung live ko. Baka medyo baka nag-error. Sanali lang po. Okay, it's ongoing. Okay, so now, great speakers, according kay TL Ferdy kanina, tsaka TL Jessie, that great speakers are not bored. They are trained. Okay, ang kagandahan nito ngayon, this is really part of training. Your attendance here, you are already training. Okay, kesa wala talaga tayong ginawa, kesa wala, hindi talaga tayo nag-usap, kesa wala talaga tayong kausap regarding these matters. Okay, so great speakers are not bored. Pag anak nyo, great speaker na kayo, ano ba, biyag nilam ang lang ang peg, di ba? Hindi. So of course, they are trained. Presenting is a skill and can be developed through training and experience. Okay, so that's it. Huwag kayong matakot. Ay, wala akong skill na ganyan. Ay, sorry. Kasi nilock mo na yung door mo na wala ka ng skill na ganyan. Huwag mong kalimutan po na it can be trained. You can be trained. And then once you step forward, like first step is of course, start talking. So when you start talking, that is already a first step of your experience. Next time around, talk again. Talk again. Hanggang sa pang-5, pang-6, doon mafe-feel mo na, nag-high na yung confidence mo. Okay? Training. Yung pag-a-attend natin every night ng business orientation natin, that's every night, that's already training. Kasi nahihear mo, napakinggan mo yung content, kung ano yung dapat mong isi-share. Diba? At tapos isa pa, makuha mo yung mga tips kung paano magsalita. O kung paano ba talaga titirahin ang ganyan. Okay, so don't worry. This presenting skill or speaking can be trained. Again, and then of course, when you are trained, you have to step forward by start talking or speaking. Then, presentation skills. A good presentation is the single most effective tool any organization can have. So do not think na, ay, medyo na akong feelers, meron akong, ay, wala akong confidence. Come to think about it, yung presentation skills mo mismo, okay, yun siya ang most effective tool. Okay, kahit na hindi mo, okay, maganda yun na you are going to pronounce the words well, but if really you know, you have the skills to present, pero may konting simplang tayo sa mga words natin, sa mga pronunciation natin, sa mga sentence natin or sa grammar natin, that's fine. Kasi pwede mo dan yan mabawi. The way you speak, okay, paano ka magsalita, that is really something. Now, what is our aim of presenting or aim of presentation? Of course, tingnan natin, ilagay natin sa isip natin, we need to inform. Why are we going to present? Kailangan i-inform natin yung audience natin. Aside from that, we need to inspire and persuade. So ano purpose natin? Bakit i-share natin yung business opportunity na ito? Bakit i-represent natin ang business na ito, ang digital business na ito? Kailangan nasa mind natin na i-inspire natin at i-persuade natin. So once ma-inspire natin ang audience natin at ma-persuade natin, once you persuade, convince, okay? Persuade and convince. So of course, engagement. To communicate views, to educate. Okay, so these are our aims in our presentation. So when we say to inform, presentations offer ideal opportunities to inform others about any progress, new development, announcement, new products, or market opportunities. So this is really what are we going, di ba? We are informing the public. We are informing our prospects. We are informing our friends. Okay, the market. What kind of market is that? So we are informing them. And then of course, to persuade. A persuasive speech works to convince people to change or to do something or to start doing what they are not currently doing. So what are they are not currently doing is that they are not currently an affiliate member of our company. So of course, your goal is you have to put in your mind that kailangan ma-persuade ko ito, kailangan ma-convince ko ito, ito ang gagawin ko. Dapat yun ang isipin natin. Hindi natin isipin yung wala tayong confidence. Huwag natin isipin yung Huwag nating isipin yung, ay, may feelers ako. Ay, hindi ako magaling magsalita. So, paano mo malalaman yung kapasidad mo, yung skill mo na kaya mo pala kapag hindi mo simulan? Okay. So, to communicate views, so emphasis is not on transmission, but on reception and understanding by audience so that your message is understood, remembered, and acted upon. So you have to communicate your views. Kailangan may emphasis ka on some views that you are presenting. Okay, and of course, number 4, to educate. So properly designed presentation can be used as great educational tool. So it can serve to educate and motivate people. So, well, properly designed presentation katulad ng mga PPT natin. So dapat kailangan i-consider din natin yan na maganda yung pagka-design niya. Di ba? Okay yung pagka-design niya, hindi masyadong, hindi maliit yung text, readable siya, kahit cellphone yung gagamitin ng audience natin, okay, mabasa siya. So that is, of course, to properly educate our audience. All right. So now, remember, it just takes practice. So of course, novice, practice, practice, practice. Ito, inuulit-ulit kanina ni TL Ferdy at saka TL Jessie. Practice, 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 practice. And then seasoned, more practice pa talaga. And of course, jobs like lots of practice. So, it takes practice lang. Mawawala at mabubura yung fear mo. Na wala kang confidence, mawawala yan. Okay, there is no magic fix. It takes practice. Alright? It takes practice talaga. So, wag mong isipin na, ay, hindi talaga ako marunong. So, mag-practice ka. Ay, hindi ko alam yung i-represent ko. So, aralin mo. Ganun lang siya, di ba? Okay. Now, how to engage your audience talaga. So, dito na tayo. Ano talaga yung gagawin natin to engage our audience? Sandali lang. Medyo malaki masyado yung... Dito po. Stop sharing muna po ako. Kasi malaki masyado yung... All right. Okay, here. Nawala. Am I there? Pakita po ba ako?
Yes, that slideshow.
All right, there you are. Okay, so ayan. Bakit mawala pag sanali lang po? Mawala kasi yung presentation ko pag i-share ko na siya. Makita pa yung ano ko, TL?
Ngayon wala presentation. Save mo.
Nawala po. Kanina nakita
Nawala
eh.
siya.
Save.
Hindi na makita. Okay.
Stop sharing. So, ganyan guys.
Stop
kasi
share
we're
muna.
live.
Yan! Okay, and never apologize. Sasabihin ko yan mamaya. Never apologize. Sometimes kasi pagiging Filipino natin, sabi tayo, ay sorry. O sige, normal yan kasi ganun tayo eh. Pero wag mo nang i-emphasize pa masya, oh, sorry talaga, you know what, sorry masyado. Okay, wag ganon sa public speaking. Alright. Where is it? Nawawala siya kapag i-share ko na. Sandali lang.
Yan, meron na. Oops, again.
Oops. What is that? Ano yung marketing experience? May naka-play ba?
At TL, anong bago mo i-share, anong kiniklik mo? Basic or ano? Nasa advanced ka ba?
Wala kasi akong script TL Ferds, pero basic lang talaga ako. Pero sandali lang po, may naka-play po na video kasi kaninong video yan?
Video.
Opo, may naka-play, naririnig ko po. Wala kayong naririnig?
Ang settings natin dito is one participant can share at a time. So once you share your presentation, hindi na po possible yung ibang participant makapag-share.
May naririnig ba po kayo na na presentation?
Wala.
Wala.
Naririnig ko kasi dito, naiingayan ako. Saan kayo ito galing? Wala naman siya dito sa akin.
Headset mo or stuff?
Wala po. Walang ibang window sa akin. Sino kayang nakashare nito? Sandali lang, tanggalin ko lang po. Parang may pumasok eh. Ayan. Okay. Ayan, wala na. Sorry. May pumasok, may parang may engkanto. Okay. Okay, sige. Balik na tayo. So, hindi tayo patitinag dyan. Normally yan. Okay. Sinadya mo ba yon si LFA? Shh. Alright. Hindi po. Okay, andito tayo. So, alright. So, now how to engage your audience? O, di ba? Kailangan may connection ka sa audience natin, sa audience mo. So, Hita. So, sinasabi dito, 48% of people said that webinars were least enjoyable when there was poor presenter. O diba? Almost half na yung nagsasabi ng ganun. 48% lang yan, hindi umabot ng 50. But that is already something na we have to attend to, that we have to be serious. Kailangan natin siya bigyan ng pansin. Kailangan natin siyang imamind. Okay? So now, what are we going to do? Be passionate and energetic. Okay, so be passionate. You have to show to people na passionate ka, may passion ka sa ginagawa mo. Yung motivate, you are really motivated to talk, to share about the opportunity. Dapat ma-feel yan ng mga tao. Dapat ma-feel yan ng audience. And be energetic. Because when you are energetic, sa sinasabi ko na nga, yung energy kasi, hindi yan siya natatanggal, na ililipat or contagious yan eh. Nakakahawa. So once you are energetic, and then when you are passionate, so your audience, your listeners will be passionate and energetic too. So of course, with that, you are getting their attention. Okay, so that's it. So, share personal experience. Sinabi kanina TL Ferdy at saka ni TL Chessy na you have to tell stories. Of course, yung story na ititel mo, related naman kung ano talaga yung iprepresent mo. Ano ang kailangang marinig ng audience mo? Anong kailangang marinig ng prospects mo? So you can put yourselves into their shoes. Oh my. Diyan, pakikuha si Penny. Okay, yan, live session. Interruptions. Okay, personal stories you can tell. Pero hindi naman to the max na very personal. Hindi naman ganon. Personal, of course, related to the presentation or what are you presenting to your audience. So you can relate. Okay, why are you sharing this to me? And then you can have your personal stories too. So because you are building your attitude, and once your audience get your attitude is everything. So, a connection to the audience, yan, medyo deeper na siya. Next, you have encourage audience engagement. How are you going to encourage your audience engagement? You can ask questions. Okay, you can ask question. You can, like, for example, kapag actual naman tayo, you can call a name. If we know someone there from our audience, we can call. In virtual also, okay, halimbawa, tatatungin ko si TL Rodrigo. TL Rodrigo, okay, there, andyan, kasi nakabukas yung camera mo. Yan yung, binuksan mo yung camera mo eh. Tatanungin kita, Tia Rodrigo. Okay, bakit mo binuksan yung camera mo?
Kasi sabi, buksan daw eh. Bukas dapat sa camera.
Ayun. Alright, that's it. Huwag kang matakot mag-open ng camera. Yun na yung para sinasabi. Tia, thank you so much, Tia Rodrigo. So that is really one of the examples na walang bawal na you can call anyone from the audience to just like ask questions, simple question. Wag naman yung titirahin mo siya personal or you're going to embarrass or to hurt him or her. Okay. So of course, related to what are you talking about? We expect because we trust. Otherwise, we doubt or do not expect at all. So dapat isipin natin na yung audience natin nag-trust sa atin. Kapag naisip na kapag may trust yan, makikinig yan, mag-i-engage yan. All right. So, ayan, o, diba? So, we really have to engage. And then, present to a global audience. So, when we are going to present to global audience, ito yung ginagawa natin. Meron tayong session nito every Friday with TL Ferdy, diba? Yung English presentation natin. So, when you are going to present, so yung greetings natin na appropriate to everybody. And then, of course, global audience, yung English natin. So, at least meron tayong part na English or meron tayong session na English version. Okay. Cool, calm, and collected. So, kalma lang. Okay. Train. Okay, train yourself. Be cool. Create engaging slides. All right. And then be punctual. And then think outside the box. And then, of course, practice, practice, practice. Anong sinasabi natin na think outside the box? Of course, relate mo na kailangan, hindi ka lang talaga, okay, nakafocus ka sa presentation mo, pero isipin mo lang din talaga, uy, kailangan, positive ka on other money na, kuha ko na ito, gets ko na ito. And then when you are going to listen to your audience, or when you are going to be able to, for example, may mga audience kasi din na magtatanong, so mag-think ka na outside the box na i-relate mo doon sa tanong ng audience mo. Okay, so now some tips. Speak naturally. Okay, now meron akong I just don't know kung napapansin nyo din na of course nagsasalita ako and then tumitingin ako sa camera. Okay, it takes practice talaga. So ito yan, para magiging natural yung ang dating mo na nagsasalita ka, you have to look at the camera. Okay lang kung may babasahin ka sa screen, that's normal. But do not forget to look at the cam. All right, look at the camera and then glance to your screen, and never when you post, look at the cam, and when you are going to talk, and then glance to your, pero wag naman yung grabbing movement ng head mo. Yung hindi halata na ganon. Diba? So just don't forget to look at the cam. Okay, why? Kasi once you are looking at the camera, look at me right now, I am looking, okay, straight sa iyo talaga. Diba, nagsasalita tayo kasi I am looking at you. So kabisaduhin nyo yan. Kabisaduhin nyo. Kasi kapag ginawa nyo yan, na tinitingnan nyo yung camera, ang dating mo magiging natural eh. Okay lang na may binabasa ka, TL. Nagsisimula pa lang ako. Hindi ko talaga mawala yung script ko. Sige, okay lang yan. Hindi siya mortal sin. Pero kahit nagbabasa ka, ganon. Then, ganon lang. Okay. So isipin mo na lang, dapat alam mo kung saan yung camera mo. Baka hindi mo maklaro yung camera, saan ba ako tumitingin. So ganon lang siya. Then look at the screen. Hindi naman malayo yan eh. Ganon lang. Okay. So that is one of the, para magiging natural yung dating mo. So speak naturally. Huwag kang mag-pretend. Like, no, do not pretend. Just be natural. Be you. Kasi kilala mo yung sarili mo eh. Dalhin mo ang sarili mo to your audience. Because once you bring yourself to your audience, mawawala na yung takot mo. Sa simula lang kasi yung takot eh. Okay? So again, look at the camera because you are naturally talking to your audience. Okay. And then make eye contact. When the audience, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Huwag kang mahiya. Kasi alam mo, ikaw ang nag-present. Isipin mo, ikaw ang mas nakakaalam sa present mo. Huwag kang matakot na baka magkamali ako. Normal yan, human nature, yan magkamali. Pero mas inaral mo yung presentation mo kaysa sa audience mo. Diba? Andyan sila para makinig sa'yo. Mas inaral mo yan. Alam mo, ikaw gumawa ng slide mo, ikaw nag-research ng slide mo. Ba't ka mahiya? Diba? O kung mahiya ka, baka mamaya pangit ka, baka mamaya may eye bag ka, o di mag-makeup ka. Katulad ko, wala akong tulog. O sige, hindi ako nami-makeup, pero nag-makeup talaga ako ngayon. There is a purpose. I have to bring myself. Okay. So there's a bit purpose. Alright. Walang tulog. Okay. Close pa. Galit pa si FB ko sa akin kagabi. Hindi ako makamessage sa messenger kasi blinak. Yung parang mag-spam, nagsisend ka ng invite to different people. Tapos magalit pala si FB niyan kapag ang dami mo ng copy-paste na message, i-block ka. Buti na lang na-recover ko. Okay. So yung parang ganun, wala akong tulog. Paano ko kayo ito gagawin? Anong nangyari sa FB ko? Baka na-hack na. So wala akong tulog. O sige, okay lang. Bawi lang. Alright. You can do so many things eh. And then if you feel comfortable, use your hands. Ma-actual na yan or ma-public, ma-actual na yan or ma-virtual, use your hands. You can do some gestures like you can do, is it okay? Right? Oh no. And then not only hands, but some gestures like facial expressions. You can do that. You can show your facial expressions because once you show your facial expressions, you are showing yourself. You are showing your feeling also. So that is one of the ways that you are passionate and that you are really that connecting to your audience. Okay. And then, of course, be careful not to over-animate if you're nervous. Kasi sometimes kapag ang tao nervyos, wag mong ipahalata, okay? Ganun ka, ma-over mo yung gesture mo, hindi mo na namalayan. So, nagpapakita na nervyos ka. So, medyo kalma lang. Okay. So, be careful when you are nervous. It's okay. Normal tayo eh. We are human. Normal lang yung yung nervousness na yan. Get naked. Oh my goodness. Sabi ni Tia Jessie kanina, you have to dress to kill. You have to like present yourself. Okay, get naked. Naked presenter, learning to speak without any presentation slides or presenter notes. Okay, okay lang, may i-present talaga tayo. Pero ang ibig sabihin dito for us is that as much as possible, kapag medyo kabisado mo na yung presentation mo, para mas maging natural ka, para mas maging natural yung dating natin, huwag na tayong magbasa ng script. Okay lang na may binabasa tayo na bullets. Actually guys, yung script, yung slide natin mismo, siya na mismo yung guide natin eh, kung ano yung sasabihin natin. So ang secret lang talaga dyan is aralin ano yung i-present natin para hindi na tayo palaging magbasa ng script. At first, in the beginning, okay lang yun, that's normal. Pero hanggang sa ika-100 presentation mo, mag-script ka pa rin ba? Hindi na. Diba? So, naaaral talaga yan at nagagawa talaga yan. Okay, so, okay lang. So, kung gusto mo na talaga walang script, pag-start mo pa lang, so aralin natin yung presentation. Ang kagandahan doon, isipin mo, may slide tayo, may PPT tayo. So, yun ang titingnan mo. Para alam mo kung ano yung sasabihin mo. Kasi kapag hindi ka talaga nagbasa or meron ka bullets lang, magiging continuous yung flow ng sharing mo yung presentation mo Pero hindi ko sinasabing bawal magbasa ha, but be sure lang yung binabasa mo, conversational siya. Iba yung written script sa spoken. So kaya minsan, the details mentioned above, yun ang sa written. Of course, kapag gawin mo siyang i-conversational, the details I have mentioned earlier, so magiging conversational siya. The example that I have shown earlier, so medyo written script siya. Pero kapag sabihin mo, the details or the examples that I have shared earlier, that I've mentioned earlier, so nagiging conversation siya. Okay? So make it conversational. Do not depend on what is written because written is different from spoken. Okay, pero again, when you start pa lang, it's okay to have the script. Hindi po siya bawal. Alright, as sinasabi natin dito, later on, get naked. Okay. So now, these are the things, isa pa pala. Sorry, ito na. Okay, what not to do. Okay. What not to do? Do not stay or do not present when your face is dark. Kailangan may ilaw ka dyan sa harapan. Kasi hindi talaga siya makakatch ng attention. Magiging iba talaga yung dating. O tingnan. So, of course, you need to have lights in front of you. Dapat yung light, maliwanag yung mukha mo. Baka mamaya, mas maliwanag pa yung background mo. So, dapat make it sure na meron kang light, maliwanag yung mukha mo, may ilaw ka talaga dyan. And aside from that, make sure na sinasabi din kanina, yung sa pagsimula kanya sinabi na TL Noki, TL Rod, Regan, TL Christine, na dapat yung background natin hindi siya distractive. Okay? Pag sa tingin mo magulo yung background mo, messy mo yung background mo, pwede mong gamitin yung virtual background ng Zoom. Or lagyan mo ng kortina kapag hindi ka pa marunong maglagay ng lagyan mo ng kortina. So, yun, visual naman yun Ang visual, ang nakikita ng audience natin, malaking impact din siya sa pag-catch ng attention nila. Those things really matter. Okay? So, what not to do? Start by telling a joke? No. Do not start by telling a joke. All right. So, don't respond to interruptions or sudden questions. Ano yan? Halimbawa, nagsasalita ka pa lang. Diba? Medyo grabe na yung feel mo yung sinasabi mo. Tapos biglang may sumingit at nagtanong, interruption. Don't respond to it. So don't respond to interruptions or sudden question. Huwag mo masyadong i-respond. Okay? Do not respond to it. Always leave Q&A to the end. No. Ito yung sinasabi natin, huwag kang mag-leave ng Q&A to the end. Alright? And then don't apologize for technological mishaps, they happen to everyone. It's normal, it's accepted. So do not, okay, tayo mga Pinoy, normal sa atin, ay sorry, okay lang, pero wag mo natin emphasize masyado. Pag hindi talaga natin maiwasan, kasi normal lang talaga yan, accepted yan sa madlang people, accepted yan, globally accepted yung technology mishaps na yan. So it's okay. It's all right. Do not apologize. It's not your fault, actually. Okay. So, remember, takes practice. Novice practice, sinabi na ito kanina, napakikita ko na ito kanina, seasoned, more practice, and then jobs like lots of practice. Okay. So, conquer fear every day. You can look at the mirror and then you have to talk to yourself facing the mirror because you can like monitor your facial expression. O ganito pala ako magsalita, ganito pala nila ako makita, ganito pala yung mukha ko kapag magsalita ako. So you can, of course, that in that manner, makoconquer yung fear mo. And then fear, forget everything and run or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. So that's why meron tayo nitong training na ito because of course, we are challenging you. We are motivating you and inviting you to rise and conquer your fear. The choice is yours. Kahit ilang training pa yung sasalihan natin, pero yung choice mo, ayaw mo pa rin magsalita, ay sorry. Sorry not to us, but to yourself. Okay? So, of course, believe in yourself. That really matters a lot. Do not doubt yourself. Do not underestimate yourself. Believe yourself that you can do these things. Kung nagawa ni TL Effie, kung nagawa ni TL Ferdy, nagawa ni TL Jessie, kaya ko rin ito. Kasi yan sila, nagsimula din yan sila. My first step din yan sila. Okay. Then, final words to sum it up. The most important word begins the phrase public speaking. Planuhin mo, mag-prepare ka, mag-practice ka, and present. So meron tayong 4 P's dito, 4 P's, plan. Ang makagandahan dito is that ibibigay na namin yung presentation. Ayusin mo na lang, o di ba? Kasi mag-start ka pa lang. Pero later on, pag nasanay ka na, ikaw na mismo yung parang aayusin mo yung PPT. So of course, there's a building of confidence there already. Practice and present, the 4 P's. Then mitigate anxiety to the best of your ability. Labanan mo. Kontrahin mo yung fear mo, yung anxiety mo, hindi ka mapalagay. Minom ka ng tubig. Huwag kang mag-present na busog ka. Kumain ka na 30 minutes ago. Kasi makatrigger yun mamaya sa mga hormones dyan at kabahan ka. O, di ba? Remember, the audience wants you to succeed. So, huwag mong isipin na yung audience iisipin na maghahanap ng mali mo. No, hindi ganun ang audience. Ang audience is, hinihintay kung ano yung gusto. Gusto nilang mapakinggan kung ano yung makukuha nila sa'yo. Okay. So, to sum it up, pick a topic. So, wala na tayo ipipick na topic kasi alam naman natin kung ano yung i-represent niya, di ba? So, spend time planning the event or planning your presentation, prepare flow and content, PowerPoint, backup media technology, be ready if there is something wrong, okay, you're ready. So, for example, nag-represent ka using laptop, tapos bigla, yung loading yung laptop mo, o sige, be ready. If you have the phone, you can have it, or be ready by calling somebody to take over. That's not a problem. Work to eliminate tics, verbal or non-verbal, I'm okay. So, you have to eliminate that. I'm okay, is it okay? Okay, work to eliminate all those things. Lose the monotone. So monotone yung parang isang tono lang. Tanggalin natin yan. Pwede kang, may rise and falling intonation. Okay, alam natin yun, di ba? Rise and falling intonation. Ngayon, medyo kalmado ka. O sige, what do you want to hear from me? What do you want to know from me? Okay, so now we're going to, so you have to, meron tayong rise and falling intonation. So, kailangan tanggalin natin yung monotone. Okay. So, para may talaga, may variation sa natin, pagsasalita natin. And then, practice. Hindi talaga nawawala yung practice because how will you make it sure na magiging maganda yung presentation mo kapag hindi ka mag-practice? You can do a practice on your own, ikaw lang muna, practicein mo, dapat aralin mo ano yung ginagawa mo. And then, kung gusto mo talaga ma-sure, so you can have somebody to be with you and practice. Okay? And then dress appropriately. Yes, dress appropriately. And watch your caffeine intake. Bakit? Kakabahan kang lalo niyan. Okay, drink water. Then eye contact with as many people as possible. Okay, kapag actual naman, magre-present ka actual, it's just like that. Look at the back. Huwag mo titingnan yung mata nila. Titingnan mo lang yung mga ulo nila or mga noo nila. Kapag actual, and then go to the right or left, and then go to the left, you are actually talking to everybody. And then look at in front of them and look at the back. Okay, wag masyadong, kapag hindi ka masyadong confident, wag kang tumingin sa mata. Pag hindi ka pa masyadong confident, kasi ang mata na yan, very distractive yan. Pag nakita mo kasi ang mata kasi, ang daming words na sinasabi yan eh. May message. There is a tendency na medyo madistract ka sa eyes. May makita ka lang na ganun, madidistract ka na. So as much as possible, tumingin ka lang sa ulo nila or dito sa noo nila. Kapag public naman yan. Kapag tawagin ka na ng apply mo, ikaw mag-present ha, maghakot presentation tayo. So, okay, kapag medyo kinabahan ka, which is normal because you are human, so sige lang, okay lang yun, labanan mo. Pero may technique tayo, huwag kang tumingin straight to the eyes kasi madidistract ka niyan. Alright, and then, eye contact as many people as possible and use humor. You can use humor, that is not bawal. Alright? So, be careful. But be careful in using your humor. Dapat hindi siya below the belt. Dapat hindi siya tumitira personally. Okay? And then start and end on time. Okay. So, well, thank you so much. These are my sample pictures of my public speaking for different events. And thank you for attending. You can have questions later. Thank you.